Well, greetings, Earth citizens. Deja here, just posting another entry log on life and my soliloquies on experience and the felt presence of experience. Well, I've had some things on my mind today, and I wanted to take you to a spot here in Olympia where I used to go quite often. This is down by the bay, and I might have shown this in another video once before. This is low tide right now, and that is looking east. That's looking north, and then here on the west side, it's a beautiful statue. Well, I've had 3 tremendous, beautiful experiences this summer that really are the highlights of my summer. One being the Portland Burner Fest that I went to for the first time, my first Burner Fest. The second being Farm Fest, which is actually here in Olympia, and I missed it last year because I was in the band that actually I got this from. The Bigfoot music video we did back in 2019. Except for I think it was released in 2020. Yeah, Farm Fest, it was incredible. Such an incredible lineup of bands. It's a very smaller community thing here in Olympia that one of our friends sets up, and yeah, there's like maybe a little over 100 people that go. Maybe more than that. It could be closer to 200, I don't know. And the third most special thing was going to Puget Sound Guitar Workshop Summer Camp Week 3. It was such a beautiful experience getting to meet all these other creative musicians and having some formal training with some very talented teachers. And at the end of the week, there's the student concerts where you get to choose whoever you want to play one song with you. It could be a cover, an original, and I didn't know what to play at first, but someone else's performance inspired me to play one of my songs, and if you go on my Instagram, you'll see a picture of it. And it was such a beautiful experience. I got a recording of it, and I also had a little kind of fling happen there for the first time in a long time. First time in a long time having a little crush, like nothing serious. And I usually don't share this kind of thing, but it's leading to what I want to share, which is, so this last year was pretty tough for me. I, just from multiple angles, just still residual heartbreak kind of feeling, like lonely thing, which is hard to talk about because I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to present that way, but it's just what it was. It was sad, like someone who's a victim doesn't want to identify as a victim, but it doesn't change that they are, whatever their mentality is, in my opinion. If you're the victim of something, it doesn't matter whether you live as a victim or not. You still were a victim to that experience, even if it did make you grow and whatever benefits you got out of it. Anyway, enough of that sidebar. I experienced oxytocin for first time in a long time. And it's been 3 or 4 days since camp. 4 days. And I still, I've noticed a difference with me. Even just from this little fling that I had. I'm just not as frustrated. it's not like it like cured me or anything, but it's such a necessary nutrient to our psyche or our bodies or whatever makes up this complex biological form that we live in. And yeah, just getting some oxytocin, I just realized I think I've just been really deprived of that, which is like such an essential thing. And so it's kind of handicapped me. Like, I literally felt like mentally handicapped. Like, I mean, I can't say what it's like for people that actually have a lifetime of that, but in a certain way, okay? In a certain way, it just felt like extraordinarily grievous. And I couldn't really put my finger on it. It's just like heartbreak. It's like, as humans, some of us are meant to have partnerships and really like move through life with a certain chemical makeup or chemical arrangement. And I just want to take these off for a second, but it's really bright now. And so I kind of realized that after getting a natural dose of oxytocin just from human touch. And it doesn't even have to be sexual. It can just be human touch or affection in some way or another. And we lost our cat this winter, so I don't have any pets. I don't have haven't had any human touch other than a brief hug here and there from like a friend or sibling. And I didn't realize how unhealthy that really is, but it's so underrated. Like, no one really talks about that, how important it is. And it's like, if you think about it, we're not really, like, I don't identify as a depressed person. I'm just in a situation that causes the felt presence of depression to a severe degree, which is such a travesty to who I am, because I don't want to identify as a victim, but it's like I totally have been this whole time. And then it cascades into more things because you're like lacking part of your essential, like, fundamental, foundational chemical makeup. So then it's easier to get addicted to things. And I got addicted to kratom, and then that can add to the complexity of, it's like it can help, but then it can also make it worse, all the duality involved. And so I've been really working hard to cut back on that and taper off of it, which is pretty tough for me since I'm already at a pretty low level on the natch. I just run low. And I haven't had a whole lot of, I'm poor, I haven't had a whole lot of success, and I haven't had utter failure with my career, but I haven't had a whole lot of success, and it's a struggle to work. Like, I get massively fatigued a lot of the time, and I have my whole life, even the years being sober. In fact, even more so the years being sober, I was really fatigued. But also, I didn't have love in my life, and that's like, it's so hard to admit, but I actually need a relationship. And some people are like, whoa, that's like toxic or something, but it's like, no, I have realized that to be true. And you really do need, like, it's like, maybe not as beings, but as human creatures, we actually do, or at least some of us do. I guess some of us are gifted to not need that, which, that's great. I kind of envy that. I would like to just be completely content without having, like, necessarily any affection or anything. And so, wow, it's already almost 10 minutes. Maybe I should do a part 2, huh?